In step 1, you learned how the arms relate to the golf club. In step 2, you learned how the arms and club relate to the body. Here in step 3, we're going to start working on your first movement of your single plane golf swing. Now the way we do this is we use a stick. I use a piece of PVC. You need a stick about 5 feet or 6 feet long, and you need to grab the stick right in the middle, so when you hold it and you aim it towards a golf ball, the stick will hit you right here beside your pivot point. This is your pivot point right here in front of this lead hip, right above the lead hip. So here's what it looks like when I hold the stick. What you notice is when you grab the golf club, you're going to have to turn everything together. You got to make sure that the stick stays right against the pivot point, and when you turn away, everything moves together in this relationship. This is the first move into the backswing, this relationship right here. Everything goes together. Notice how the stick is staying right against my pivot point, my right hip is turning, my head's staying still, and everything turns together. And I just want you to go about this far right now. If you're training in front of a mirror, you're just going to go about this far right there and stop. Everything needs to go together. We're building a relationship of the golf club movement to the body. If you watched the video of Mo Norman, you saw how this movement works and how the pivot point maintains itself into the backswing. Let me show you this from a down the line view. Sometimes I like to put a golf ball out there just to kind of get a reference point. I point the stick right at the golf ball. Now notice how the club is going right through my mid-spine there. That's the mid-spine intersect. Now I'm going to move away. Everything moves. So I'm going to turn my hip. Everything goes together. And notice how I'm turning my hip as I maintain this relationship. Notice how it's staying against my pivot point. Everything goes together. You don't want to have this thing come away from the pivot point. Everything stays together in this first movement. That's the first movement of the backswing. So here we go. Everything goes together, turning into the backswing. That's your first movement of your single plane swing.